Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel JMC Creates. My name is Jackie McKissick and this is the project we're making today. It's an Easter project. It's a little box with a magnetic closure, little feet. The idea for this box came from a box that Anne Melvin made, quite a large one. If I remember, if I can find it, I will link it below, but if you look for Positively Papercraft, you will find it in her memory. I'm sorry if I sound a bit blah today. I'm not just feeling the best. I had some bad news. So anyway, I'm trying to keep going. So we are going to do our box now. Hi now, brown cow. This box is triple reinforced there and there, all four sides there, and double reinforced there and there, which is why such a tiny box is taking up so much paper and card, but it's not a massive amount. So anyway, this edge here is die cut, and this one too, and you need to pick a die that has a straight edge, not too much fanciness in it, as it's cutting through two layers of card. So when you're picking your die for the edge, just be aware of that. Okay, so now I've got a couple of girl ones. I'm going to attempt to make a boy one. So I'm going to do a plain box and a patterned insert and lid. And I thought this starfish with the blues went well with Stampin' Up's green macaron. So that's what I've used. So your box is actually 6.5 by 6. Your insert is 6 3/16 by 6 3/16, and your lid is 4 1/4 by 4. Okay, so we're just going to do all of our, here's the instructions if you want them, all of our, what is the word, scoring. All of our scoring all in one go. So, where do we start? We'll start with the box. 6.5, you're going to score at 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. Short side, 3/4 and 3 3/4. And that's it. Then for your insert, you want to score at 2 3/8 on all four sides. 2 3/8 on all four sides. Okay, and then your lid is, we're going to score at 1 3/8 on the long side and 2 3/16. So that's 2 and 1 is 3. So I put my stylus on it and slide it into the next one and score. Okay, but that's not right. It should be 2 13/16. Sorry. But then I see if I can get rid of that. 2 13/16, which is 4, 8, 12, 13. It's the same thing. Slide it into the next groove. Okay. Then on this side, you want to score at 1 1/4, both sides. Okay, and that is all your scoring complete. Why is that light not on? It helps if you plug the damn thing in. Oh my god, today is not a good day, but I shall persevere. Keep going, that's all you can do. See, I had a struggle with this paper because I didn't know which side to use. Because I really liked both of them for a boy, because I want to make a couple of boy ones. So, the side one in the end, because I like the mint macaron with it. Okay, so now we're just going to burnish everything. If it's got a score line, it's getting burnished, whether it wants to be or not. And it will hold a cream egg if it knows what's good for it. I am the box. I am the boss, I mean not the box. Oh my word. It's going to be one of those days today. Right. Now, hi now brown cow, where do we go from here? Right, this is the insert. So, I want this. I actually should have burnished it the other way, but it doesn't matter. You're going to remove all these 4 large squares and you cut so that you cut just to the right of the score line on that side and just to the left on this side so that you remove the score line. Okay, and you're going to do that on all of them, just to the right on that side and just to the left on that side. Now this wee box comes together extremely quickly, so it does. The longest bit was figuring it out. The hardest bit was figuring out, I knew what I wanted to do, but getting all the dimensions to work, that was the hardest bit. Hubby's back, tea shortly, I hope. Could do a cup of tea, mine's a bit dry. He's out with the dog. Right, keep going, Jack, you keep going. Keep going when the going's good. Right, that's your insert and it is going to just sit down into your box like that. Those bits are for the bin. Right, this is going to be our lid. Now what are our 1 1/4 sides? 1 1/4 is that one. 1 1/4 is that one. Right. So that's the way it's going. The 1 1/4 bits at the top and the 1 1/4 bits at the bottom, okay? And it's going like that. But you're going to remove this square and this square because you don't need the bulk. Because we're going to do some die cutting along the edge, and if you weren't doing the die cutting then you could just do it. Leave this bit in. Don't cut these 2 bits out, but because I want to do the fancy edge, I am taking this bit out, or these 2 corners out. Make sure your 1 1/4 is at the top and 1 1/4 at the bottom. Then that will fold like that, and that will fold like that. You will glue that one, but you will leave that one open because you're going to put a magnet in it. So you are. And you'll do that at the very end. Now, this is our bottom. This little bit's our bottom. So we're going to take this tiny bottom rectangle out. And remember, cut to the right and cut to the left of the score lines and remove them. Okay, cut to the right and cut to the left, and then we are going to remove the score lines on the bits that are left, because this is going to fold round like that. You need to remove these bits here because it gives it a cleaner fold. You see the way you can see that coming over a bit, that little bit, whereas if you remove the score lines and then glue them down, you don't get that. It all fits together perfectly. Slightly consuming, but in my opinion worth the effort. I'm going to go along and cut to the right of each of the score line, and then I will go along and cut to the left side of each of the score lines. Yes, please. No. Told you tea was coming. Right, left. Then you go along and you do the same at these bottom ones. Just remove your score line. And I'm taking my time. You know what they say, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Does anybody else have all these stupid quotes stuck in their head from their childhood? And I have stupid songs stuck in my head because my dad was a country western singer, which David says is country and western music is the worst music ever invented, and I think it's awesome. He says the happy ones are alright, the sad ones are miserable. But anyway. Right, I forgot to tell you, you needed a 3/4 inch circle punch for the feet. So what I did was I laid my thing just down there like that. And I got my ruler and I just put it over the half mark line, and I took my pencil and I just made a very light pencil mark like that. Okay, then you take your punch and you center it. Just get the top of the line and center it as best you can. Don't go over the line because you don't want it too high. Okay, and you have to do that on all four. Just on top of the line but not over it. These keep hitting me in the face, you know, every time I do this. Good job they don't weigh anything, or I'd be sitting here screaming like a moron. Half the time I scream like a moron anyway, so I don't suppose it would make much difference. Okay, ready, steady, go. And those will form your feet at the bottom. And if there's any wee bits that haven't punched right, you just snick them off. And you see this bit here, you want to just, on your tab, you want to cut it diagonally so that whenever you put that up over it, it doesn't show. Once we've it all glued together, that is, it won't show. So I forgot to tell you that, yes, your tab, just start there and go up diagonally. Doesn't matter how far, as long as you just can't see it. Right, what's next? next. So I've done the lid, I've done the, oh yes, I've done it all. Right, okay, now's the gluey bit. You have to leave those two bits at the to the end, okay? So you go gluey, 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 glue on all these three bottom bits. Okay, and just stick them down. Make sure they're in between the two score lines as evenly as possible. Okay. And then you do the same at the top three. You leave the two at the end. Have to be free to cover over our tab once we glue it all together. They'll come over and cover the tab. Make it all pretty and neat and tidy and professional. One hopes. Okay. Like that. Right. So, you see what I mean? That will go in there and that will come over there and that will go up over. First of all, we need to remove our pencil line. Because on the last two, I made them all up before I remembered to remove the pencil line, and it was a little bit finicky, if I say so. And I do say so myself. So, glue in your tab and fold over just like you would do any other box. And just, you have to give it a little welly when you're pushing it down to make sure it sticks. So today is Monday the 11th of March, is that right? Monday, yes, 11th. So on Wednesday I am going to go and get my other eye done. So there'll be no videos done for a couple of weeks until I'm finished putting all the drops etc. in it. So you saw what I did. I just glued the bottom bit and folded it up over. And then you're going to do the same for the top bit. And just curve it down in, and then off you go. And give it a firm press, and that is your base done. Okay. Next, you want to put this in like that. Riley's coming and he's hissing at everybody because Riley doesn't like anybody. That means he doesn't like Thor and he doesn't like Pumpkin. So, and all I can hear is him hissing as he comes up the stairs. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue that in there. But you have to beware where the front is. This one, you can only glue half because you're going to put a magnet in there eventually. I wonder, should I go and make the lid and... No, it makes no difference. I still have to glue this in before I can put the magnet on. So, sorry, talking to myself. What you're going to do is put glue on all the back of the big long sides. I forgot to tell you, this paper comes from a Craft Sensation. I did try it with a paper, or this card comes from a Ranger, or a Craft Sensation pad from the range. There, I got it out eventually. So that's my front bit. So that's my back bit and that's my front bit.
That bag is talking there, is that just wrong?
Sorry, hubby came with the tea and I was chatting to him. And I just put that in and burnished it, right? That's the back, that's the front, where the top of it is still open a bit, ready for my magnet. Now, I forgot to decide which dye I wanted to use for this. But anyway, I'm going to glue the middle bit down. The middle bit can be glued down. And that will make the top bit triple reinforced as well as the sides. And it's a really strong, sturdy little box. And I like my boxes reinforced. I like a little bit of oomph. So do. So I'm going to glue one of these down, and then the other side will be the front, and it will have a magnet inside it. So what I'm going to do now is go and find a die to die cut it, and then I will show you it before I die cut it. So this is one that I found. It's just a straight edge. It belongs to a Sue Wilson border die. And all I'm doing is evening it out on the very bottom of my card. And sticking it down, running it through the machine, and then repeating on that side. So that is our 2 patterned edges die cut. Now we need to find the magnets. Now that one there's magnet was these wee teeny tiny toty ones, and it works, but I prefer a slightly bigger one like this one. There's more, you see, it just jumps straight back in place. So let's see if we can get 2 off. Okay, and that one has got stuff on it because I stuck it to something and took it off again. And I can't get it off, but I will, don't worry. Oops. With downtown. If I could just get the orange stuff pushed back. It doesn't matter, it's going to be stuck inside the blinking box. What am I worrying for? Right, now we're going to use some of these mini glue dots to do this. We're going to put a couple on the back. Okay, then that will go in there. Try and get it in the middle. One and a half to 3/4, that's not too shabby at all. Okay, so that's that stuck down. Okay, then you'll want to glue that down. Glue on your lid and try and get that on the inside. No, this bit's pernickety. I can't remember how I did it either. Okay. I can hardly feel that up there. Oh, that's way up there. Right. So, yes. I'm going to drop this in here. Put that on. And see if it'll drop down to where I want it to go. Yep, it did. Go me. Perfect. Okay, right. Now we can glue. Oh no, I didn't want that to come out. Right, first of all we'll glue the back. Before we do that bit there. Flippin' Nora. It's just going to be a bad day, all blinking day the day. If it can go wrong, it will. I still don't have a tumble dryer. It's not being fixed until Thursday. That's like 3.5 weeks without a tumble dryer. You try doing the washing for 4 adults and 1 child. And it's pissing it down half the time. I know, I'm just complaining for the sake of it. Right, now we want to glue that. Why is that not glued in there? Why is that bit there not glued? Did I forget to glue that bit? I did. I forgot to glue the middle bit. Told you it was going to be one of them days. Let's just glue the middle bit down. I only did one side, I didn't do both sides. Right, let's try this again. So that needs to go like that. Okay. And then we're going to put glue all around it and glue it down. And then you should be able to lift it and squidgy woo down the glue. Okay. Why is it not popping as well as the other one? Like that one. The first one I did, like, it just goes. Oh, that's why, because I forgot to put it inside. I had it outside. That's why we get more snap. Okay, I can live with that then. I thought I'd screwed up somewhere. Why did that? Must have been a bit of glue there. There must have been a little bit of glue. Come off. Come off. I'm just making it worse. There we go. Now, how are we going to decorate this one? I will come back. I forgot about that bit again. Okay. Oh, Riley's coming. Is Riley coming? Hello, Riley. Yes, bad boy. Yes, Riley's coming. Yes, Riley wants a scratch. The minute you want to do something, So I have a scrap of the paper, and this is a tonic dye. Don't stand in my box, or I'll have to poke your nose. Right, go and lie down. Go on, good boy. Go, 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 good boy. Yes, no, don't rub yourself on the tripod. That's it. And Thor has finally given in and started sleeping on his bed on the floor. I won in the end. Right, so, and the idea is this is going round the bottom. So this is the back, and all I did was bend it round, and it's a perfect fit. Like that. So you need to get your glue and begin the process of gluing. Now this bit here isn't as stable because it must have had a bit in the middle and it just got cut at the wrong place. So you need to be careful and line them up. Okay. That will want to be right. I'm trying to get that to line up straight like that. Okay. And then take it round and do the same. Like that. Get the glue off your fingers. Okay. I'm just fittering. I know I'm fittering, but I want it to be straight and it's not. It's going down at that side. Like that's where it should be. I think I smell a stink. I think it comes from YOU. Another lovely quote from my childhood. Another way we decided who was doing what. Kick the can. Right. I need a bit more glue at them ends, and then I'm going to cut them off there. Okay. So that's our wee decoration. Now we want to glue this in. Forgot about that bit. It just takes, because it's got a bump in it, you have to persuade it to lie flat with your fingers. And when you flatten the sides, the top pops up, and when you flatten the top, the sides pop up. So you can't win. Which means you just persevere with both of them. Right. Do I want to decorate it with anything else? As you can tell, I've got some stars out in clear and silver. I've also found this star die from Do Crafts. You get that and that and that and the wee star and that one and that one and that one and that one all together. Maybe that one would be better. It's slightly smaller. So what I'm going to do is find the green card. Haha. There is no escape from me. So get a bit of the green card. And a bit of the dye. I have to stop petting Riley on the craft table for his casting like mad. And it's putting glue or hairs everywhere. And it doesn't matter how often I clean, I still find blinking hairs. I'll put that lid on. Look, hairs, hairs, hairs. Hairs, hairs, hairs. Right. Where's my thingy? So, oh, see the star comes out. Yes, this is the front. Now, do I want to do it that way with the star down? Or do you want to do it that way with the star up? I think I'm going to go for the star up. So I am. Look. And I'm just going to put some glue on my star. And take the excess off from the back of my hand as usual. And then put my star in the middle with the point at the top. Now, what about putting one of those on there like that? That would work. Or a bigger one. What about a bigger one? Ooh, I don't know if this glue would hold that. But one shall try, because one hasn't heated up one's glue gun. But one is going to heat up one's glue gun in case it doesn't work. Okay. That's a great wee glue. It's called a glue pen and it's from Bosch. The only thing is, if you don't use it for a while and then you got to switch it on, it's out of battery. And you have to recharge it because it's rechargeable. I should have put one on top. No, I think that's OTT. What a little bit of... No, we're leaving it as it is. We're going to go for broke. And find my cream egg, which was halfway across the floor. Put it in, close it up, and there you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. There we go. Those are my 3 Easter egg boxes. Or cream egg boxes, to be precise. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, please. If you would subscribe, I would much appreciate it. It would totally be awesome. And most importantly, please come back for some more. Till next time, Jackie out.